Jesus Christ, really?
Don't forget to become a member of UnrealEntGaming's Patreon for exclusive manga content and early access. Isn't that right, Seth?
I already joined his Patreon today. Tons of great stuff on there, actually. But did you really have to blow up the city?
Yes.
Blew up the domino. You blew up the dominoes and you're laughing. Do you realize the f***ing crisis here?
And you will be next. Unless you subscribe, like the video, and turn on notifications right now.
Or else what? You'll aggressively scream another man's name for several hours?
Kakarot! Kakarot!
Now, as shocked as I am to see the birth of a new fusion take place despite having Goku Black cornered with nowhere else to go, it would seem as though as the battle now begins to slowly turn in favor of our heroes, now couldn't have been a more perfect time to end this nightmare once and for all. Because if they don't see to it to go and use everything they have in order to ensure that Goku Black is destroyed and destroyed for good, then I'm afraid they are going to set themselves up for failure, as I'm sure that Goku Black will find a way out if our heroes are unable to stop him here and now.
As our story continues now, following the initial events of Goku Black having to be confronted by the unexpected arrival of Universe 10's Angel Cuss and Supreme Kaioshin Gowasu, to which even then with a very enraged Goku Black now looking to take action against both Cuss and Gowasu in not allowing for them to stand in the ways of his plans, was when Goku Black then went on to respond, "Now before I go and deal with you, Cuss, I want you to mark my very words here and now, Gowasu. For I want you to know that there will be no length that I wouldn't be willing to go to if it means ending your miserable life. As I would be foolish enough to have come this far only to have you ruin my plans yet again. Well, that won't happen. Not this time, Kaioshin. And if you truly think that by attempting to sever my lifeline connection by pretending to be my Supreme Kai, Black continues, then you are far more delusional than I assumed for you to be. Because you wouldn't be able to complete the ritual in time for you to even have a chance to try it, you feeble old relic. And as for you, traitorous angel, once I'm done dealing with Gowasu, you're next. With Angel Cuss responding, "Well, now I believe that this newly discovered power of yours has finally gone straight to your head," Cuss adds, "and so for your sake, I would strongly advise for you to keep your distance from us if you understand what's best for you, Kaioshin." With Kaioshin Gowasu responding, "You are way too far gone and past the point of no return, Zamasu, for you are far too dangerous now to be kept alive, and as we stand before you here in Universe 7, we will do everything within our power and within reason that we can to ensure that you lose." To which, as Goku Black was then shown making his way towards Cuss and Gowasu, was when Goku Black then went on to shout, "And that's where you're wrong, because if I'm going to have everything that I've prepared so extremely hard for it to all come crashing down around me, then on my honor, I am going to make sure that by the time this day is over, that I go and take each and every single one of you who stand in my way right down with me if it's the last thing that I do. And so now go on then and let's see it. Let's see how far you are both willing to go in the name of stopping the all-powerful and all-eternal Zamasu. As lifeline connections or not, you will all lose." But unbeknownst to Goku Black, as he was making his way towards Cuss and Gowasu, there had only now appeared to be another individual that was now beginning to rapidly make their way towards Goku Black, as Goku Black then went on to continue, "And while I grow tired of these games that you all continue to play, it's time that we go and carry on with the first stages of my Zero Mortals plan, and that's by atomizing this entire star system along with everyone in it. But then, it was only from out of nowhere just before Goku Black was able to reach both Cus and Gowasu, where from out of nowhere now to Goku Black's surprise, as it now appeared as though there was an individual that was seemingly shown punching Black, as this individual went on to then chime in, "Oh no you don't, and just where do you think you're running off to in a hurry, Kaioshin? Oh, my head. What was that just now, and how was I not able to see it coming?" Black went on to then stop himself by questioning, "And just who is that? Wait, those outfits? No, but how? How did I allow for those apes to go and use fusion without me being aware of them doing it?" To which, lo and behold, in front of Goku Black from out of nowhere was where the newly created fusion of both Goku and Broly were shown having to clinch their fists upon being shown hitting Goku Black, as their fusion went on to then respond, "The why and how of what transpired isn't nearly as important as the here and now, Kaioshin. For you should have taken the opportunity of destroying Goku and Broly when you did, because what you are about to experience will be the retribution of the highest order, so prepare to face a wrath like no other that was forged from the fires of the very powers that you sought out to go and destroy. And just for the record, you can refer to me as Karoly from here on, and while your failure to eliminate us before has now quickly backfired, I just want to go and let you know that no matter how powerful you think you are, and no matter what you went and did in order to reach such levels, I'm about to eclipse you and show you what real power truly is." As Vegeta was then shown looking on up in shock by them responding, I can't believe it. Kakarot and Broly united as one through the usage of the Potara earrings. Incredible, and what an insanely massive battle power that I sense coming from them as well," Vegeta continues. "Oh, but will they be able to hold it against that monster is the real question here. Oh, and that's because the more power they wind up exerting during this battle," Vegeta adds, "the faster they're going to end up burning right through their fusion, just like we did all those years ago when we battled against Merge Zamasu. Oh, and so we cannot run the risk of taking any chances here against that beast, because if their fusion gives out, then it's all over. Oh, Gohan, wake up, listen," Vegeta says. "While Kakarot and Broly's fusion may be our best chance at destroying that bastard, there's no telling on how much time their fusion is going to have before they break through the Potara's limits, which will separate them. And so this is what I will need you to go and do," Vegeta says, "for we will need to stand by Karoly's side and use every last bit of power that we have remaining within us, and from there going as far as to remain within their fusion's presence as we combine our efforts and destroy that coward once and for all. And so we will have to go and move fast because we don't have a whole lot of time on our hands either," to which right before Karoly was then shown having to transform, it only had now looked as though Karoly wanted to punish Goku Black for all that he had done, as Karoly then went on to continue, "You were a fool to try and assert dominion over this world and knowing that we'd be right there to stand in your way of destroying it. But since you didn't seem to learn your lesson the first time," Karoly adds, "maybe now you will start to see that despite your best efforts in trying to go and keep us all down, you only ended up digging your grave that much deeper as a result of your actions, and so now watch." To which it was only within that very moment as Karoly was shown channeling the innate power of Broly's side of the fusion by from there having to unleash his full-powered Super Saiyan transformation onto this surface was when Goku Black then went on to continue, "Oh, say what? Oh no, what an incredibly massive battle power. This can't be real. It just can't, or I just refuse to have these mortals be what puts an end to my plans like this. For I must engage and find a way to adapt and overpower them while I still can," Black adds, "because if I was able to find a way to go and overpower these mortals before, then surely there must be a way for me to go and overpower them again now. But how can I do it is the question," Goku Black went on to contemplate upon seeing Karoly transform. "Oh, well, no matter then, I'll find a way if it's the last thing that I do. And so now come on then and bring it on, mortals. Go on then, come and show me what you're made of while I go and do the same to you again." To which it was only then with Makaioshin, Goku Black, and full-powered Super Saiyan Karoly then shown dashing towards one another was when Goku Black then went on to continue, "Because if you believe that mimicking a god once again, just as you were shown doing with Vegeta when you battled against my fusion the first time, then you truly haven't learned anything since then, and I'll show you as to why. But before Goku Black could even do anything about it, it was only just then during the midst of battle as Goku Black went on to throw a punch with Karoly being shown dodging it was when Karoly then went on to respond. And that's where you're wrong, Makaioshin, because if anyone here between us was the one who truly never learned their lesson, then that person is you, Zamasu. For you should have already known what would have happened to you the moment you decided to try and come back, as an irritated Goku Black went on to respond. Why, you rotten wastes of space, as I refuse to fall by your hands ever again, for I will not have you go and do unto me as what you were shown doing to me before again. Do you hear me, Saiyan? Fusion or not, I will never allow myself to suffer like how I was shown suffering by your hands again. As this time it's over, because this time it will be you and your kind who will be the ones to suffer like I did. But even then, surprisingly enough, during the midst of battle, it didn't appear as though Goku Black's attacks were having any sort of effect on Karoly whatsoever, as Karoly went on to then grab onto Goku's punch by then responding. Oh, is that so? Well, that wasn't too bad, but if you expect for our powers to fall to yours at this stage of the fight, then you're going to have to hit us a lot harder than that if you hope to be any sort of difference maker in this war against us, you pathetic excuse for a Kaioshin. Oh, enough of this, Black went on to then shout upon being shown sticking out his arm, for you will not go and try to make a fool out of me, Saiyan. In which, from out of nowhere, with Goku Black now being shown setting off a massive explosion in hopes of having to catch Broly within it, was when Goku Black then went on to continue. For it's like I had mentioned to you all before, as I will tear you all apart and make you all suffer before I decide that my time with you is over, fusion or not. And just as it was before you fused, I will not lose. But then, it only had now appeared as though Karoly had a different answer, because with Karoly now shown dashing through the smoke and right towards Goku Black again was when Karoly then went on to respond. Then it's like we went and just said, in order for you to try and gain any sort of advantage against what Broly and Kakarot have become now, then you're going to have to hit us a lot harder and with far more power than what you're shown displaying against us now, because this isn't going to be enough and you know it, Kaioshin. But then, it was only surprisingly enough back over with Cuss and Gowasu, as the alternate future Zamasu was then shown teleporting in the sky, was when Zamasu then went on to quickly respond. Honorable Gowasu, just please wait. Now I understand that this is not the best of times for me to go and speak to you, but I must advise for you to please listen to me, as I know that you are painfully aware of the things that must be done. And I urgently ask you to please listen to me, for you don't have to do this because I must be the one to go and do it. And as I find myself at a critical juncture reflecting deeply on the unintended consequences of my past actions, Zamasu says, which have only inevitably led to the creation of this Goku Black, which is why you must not go and risk your life for this, because it was my life that he wanted to take, and so it should be my destiny to ensure that I am the one who takes his, with Gowasu responding, wait, you wish to do what now? But Zamasu, you do understand the risks behind accepting this, don't you? With Zamasu responding, I do, but whatever is meant to be will ultimately be, for I am sorry for all of this, Master Gowasu, because if I would have known that this would be who I would inevitably become, then I never would have went and gone down the path that I did, and because I understand that it was I who was the source of all this destruction, then it only makes sense that it should be me who faces him in the end, and not you. And so please, with Angel Cuss having to then chime in, and I see, for he is trying to right the wrongs of his past, even if this Zamasu wasn't the one who went and started it all, and from what I am able to sense that's coming deep within his spirit, she adds, and I can sense that his intentions are pure, Lord Gowasu, and so we must not deny him of this, with Gowasu responding, Zamasu, so then this truly is you. This truly was who you were meant to become. For I am sorry that things did not turn out the way they should have been in this reality, Gowasu adds, but I will not deny you of your destiny, especially if this is what you truly want to go and choose to do. But I want you to understand that I never intended for any of this to happen, happen, nor did I ever wish for you to become the monster that you've seen and come face to face with before your very eyes, Gowasu says. But I just want you to know that I am very sorry for failing you, Zamasu, and thank you for showing me that even if this was another reality where it happened, thank you for showing me that you were still able to change and for you to have changed for the better. And as I stand here before you, an old man who is proud to have seen what could have been from his greatest of students. And so now please, we have to hurry then, for time is ticking as we speak. Now listen to what I say and relax your mind along with your spirit and allow for me to pass on to you the connecting role of a Supreme Kaioshin to that of a god of destruction. And while I pass this down on to you, Gowasu says, open your mind and allow for your spirit to accept this as your newly gifted title. Now go and take this role and let it guide you down the path of ultimate enlightenment so that you may forge the power that you search for in order to stop this false destroyer and put an end to this nightmare of his once and for all. And so now please open your mind and allow for your spirit to take control of your future, Zamasu, for let this be what brings evil down while all in the name of having it be done through good. And so now let whatever fear that binds you onto this creature be liberated, for I want you now to go and open your eyes and accept this responsibility in being the newly appointed Supreme Kai to Goku Black's false status of Universe 10's God of Destruction, Gowasu says. To which seconds later within that moment, as Zamasu had then accepted the overall status of having to be connected to Goku Black, was when Zamasu then went on to respond, then I accept what is while I accept my role as also being Universe 10's new Supreme Kai to this monster's false title of being my connected God of Destruction, for I am now ready to make my move against him. And so thank you, Master, for I promise that I will not let you down and will do whatever it is that I would need to in order to finally stop him. But it was elsewhere down below as Goku Black was seemingly having to struggle very badly against Karoly was when Goku Black went on to maintain balance by then responding, "Oh, this shouldn't be possible. How is it that their fusion is so much more powerful than me when this was their first time that those two had ever went and joined bodies like this? I can't seem to injure them either, and so I'm running out of time here. Oh, this can't be the limit to my strength, and so I have to continue to try, even if I somehow end up destroying my body in the process of doing it." To which, as Karoly was then shown smashing his way right into Goku Black, was when Karoly then went on to respond, "What's wrong, Kaioshin? I thought you said that you were so much stronger than I was and how you were going to rip us all apart and make us understand what true power feels like, because it only now looks as though you're having a bit of trouble backing up these claims that you've made the moment we've entered into this battle to fight you. And so what's wrong? Are you starting to lose your edge?" With an irritated Black responding, "Just you worms wait until I am able to reposition myself in this fight against you all, mortal. For you may be stronger than me now, but mark my words, just as I was shown doing before, I will find a way to overpower all of..." But then, it was from out of nowhere, just before Goku Black was then shown having to finish, was when Ultra Ego Vegeta was then shown inserting himself in the fight by having to punch Goku Black and responding, "Oh, why don't you just shut that big loud mouth of yours and just do us all a favor and just die already, you annoying pile of stolen trash. For I'm sick to death of listening to you preach and ramble on and on about your power. And while we tried warning you that this was going to happen," Vegeta continues, "you and I both know that you're running out of time here and it's only going to favor us in the long run while this continues, Kaioshin. And so you better get right with yourself here and now, because this will be as far as you will go." As Goku Black then went on to respond, "Why, that damn mortal, curse you, Vegeta. This entire situation has completely fallen out of my favor, and so I must ensure that they are all destroyed now before it's too late. Which only now means that I'm going to have to hit these worms with everything that I possibly have if I hope to make it off this planet without losing my life." "Well, I wasn't expecting for you to go and jump in the way you did," Karoly went on to then respond to Vegeta, "as I'm only going to assume that the reason as to why you did it was because you have a plan of some sorts, don't you? Because if you do, then now would be the best time to go and say what it is before he decides to try and attack you for getting in the way of our battle. And so what are you plotting, Vegeta. Oh, well, never mind him for a second, because our biggest problem here lies in your power output and burning right through your fusion time. And so I'd rather not chance you in having to burn out early, so I'm going to join you in taking that clown down for good myself. As I'm sick of looking at his stupid face, and so if we are to have a chance here to destroy him for good, then the best route to take will be for all of us to combine our efforts and power against him, while at the same time we go and run him down until there is nothing left that remains. To which, as Goku Black was then shown powering up, it had only become clear now that Goku Black was looking to go all out in finishing this battle for good, as Goku Black then went on to shout, "You Saiyans may unite as one and stand across from me as much as you want to, but you will never best me for as long as I continue to answer your call to battle, mortals. For I will not allow for my efforts to be ruined yet again. And so now I am done playing these games, for I will make sure that this is the last time that either of you mortals ever speak to me again." To which it was only as Vegeta and Karoly were now prompted in having to unleash their full power was when Vegeta then went on to quickly respond, "Oh, hurry now then, it's now or never, and so let's finish this battle once and for all," with Karoly responding, "Right, and so let's shred this monster and show him what our warrior race is truly made of. As I will go and take charge first, and so now hold nothing back and let's end this forever, Vegeta." As it was only right then and there now, during that moment, where the Beyond Dragon Ball Super story of Goku Black's resurrection manga chapter number 20 semi-finale then comes to a close.
Actually, I'll go and take it from here, as I do want to go as far as to address something with all of our dear viewers at the moment. As before I go and give you the following information, if you aren't already a member of Unreal's Patreon community, then you are truly missing out on so much without you even knowing. As not only is the next episode already on the page, but if you want to support all of the content that you see and gain access to tons of exclusives along the way, then we do encourage for you all to become members of our Patreon community today, for we will link it all down in the description box below and pinned comment section. Now, I will go as far as to say that even though I am quite surprised to see Goku go and choose someone else to fuse with other than Vegeta, it would seem as though the odds have now been shown to be within our heroes' favor while they battle against Goku Black. And even though they may indeed house a very powerful and formidable fusion on their side, to ensure that Goku Black is destroyed, they must not falter or hesitate going forward, or they will risk losing everything they've been fighting so very hard for to protect along the way, and so you do not want to miss out on what is about to happen coming up next. So we hope that you all enjoyed today's video, as before you leave, do make sure to give this video a thumbs up by smashing that like button on your way out, as well as subscribing to UnrealEntGaming's channel in case you are new around here. We thank you all for watching and hope you all have a wonderful day, everyone, as we'll see you all in the next one.
Hello! Did you know that you can stay up to date with the latest Dragon Ball content by simply subscribing to UnrealEntGaming?
Also, don't forget to follow on these social media platforms, you sexy son of a bitch.
Roshi!
Silent Cell, me and the fans are having a moment. That's right. I know what you want. Extra long, thick Dragon Ball content. Quality reviews with flawless editing. Yeah, you'd like that, wouldn't you? You dirty bitch.
Roshi, the fuck?
God damn it, I need them to subscribe, Cell.
And we're demonetized.
Yeah, screw it. Let's cut to the video.